I cheated on my loyal husband for 4 years with his younger brother while posting our secret life on TikTok. Then his mother helped us plan his fake death for $850,000 insurance money, and now I'm facing 15 years in federal prison." The FBI agent's voice was calm when he said, "Your husband is alive, Mrs. Bennett." I was sitting in a federal interrogation room at 11:47 a.m. on a Thursday, handcuffed to a metal table, watching my entire life disintegrate in real time. My phone had been seized. My purse searched. My car impounded. And Special Agent Rodriguez was telling me that the man I'd spent 6 months planning to murder was very much alive and had been working with federal investigators for the past 8 weeks. "That's impossible," I whispered. "He's on the hiking trail. He left at 7 this morning. He should be dead?" Agent Rodriguez finished. "Yes. That was your plan. Your husband walks the Cascade Ridge Trail. Your contact intercepts him at mile marker 4. Makes it look like a fall. Head trauma. Classic hiking accident. You collect $850,000 in life insurance money. You and Cole run off together. Clean. Simple. Perfect." He slid a photo across the table. "David. My husband. Very much alive. Standing with federal agents at a trail parking lot. Wearing a wire. Smiling slightly." That smile destroyed me. "We've been watching you for 8 weeks, Amanda. Every conversation. Every text on those burner phones you thought were secure. Every payment to your contact. Every TikTok video you posted documenting your affair with your husband's brother. You posted 600 videos over 4 years. Made it very easy for us to build a timeline." My stomach dropped through the floor. The TikTok account. The anonymous one. The one I'd been so careful with. The one that had made me viral. The one that had 847,000 followers who thought they were watching a love story but were actually watching me document a conspiracy to commit murder. "How did you?" "Your husband's coworker saw your account 4 months ago. Recognized enough details to get suspicious. Showed it to David. David spent a weekend watching 4 years of videos. Recognized his own kitchen in the background. His brother's distinctive tattoos. Your voice. Your car. Your laugh. Everything." Agent Rodriguez pulled out his phone. Started playing one of my videos. My voice filled the interrogation room. "POV, when your husband's brother makes you feel things you haven't felt in years." The video showed Cole's tattooed hand on my thigh. My kitchen counter in the background. David's coffee mug visible in the frame. I was going to be sick. David came to us 2 months ago. Told us everything. The affair. His mother's plan. The life insurance policy. "We've had you under surveillance ever since. This morning, we intercepted your contact at the trailhead. David's safe. You, your boyfriend, and your mother-in-law are all under arrest for conspiracy to commit insurance fraud and attempted murder for hire. I want a lawyer." Smart choice. Because you're facing 15 to 20 years in federal prison. And unlike your TikTok account, this time everyone's going to know your real name. That was 4 months ago. I'm writing this from a federal holding facility while waiting for my sentencing hearing in 3 weeks. The prosecutor wants 15 years. My court-appointed lawyer says I should be grateful they dropped the racketeering charge. Let me tell you how I got here. How a woman with everything threw it all away for validation from strangers, an affair with a man who never loved her, and $850,000 that I'll never see. This isn't a redemption story. This is a warning. Because I was you once. Scrolling TikTok. Feeling unappreciated. Convincing myself I deserved better. I was wrong. And by the time I realized it, I wasn't just losing my marriage. I was losing my freedom. This is how I destroyed everything. My name is Amanda Rachel Bennett. I'm 33 years old. 4 months ago, I had a husband who worshipped me, a $240,000 house in the suburbs, a 6-figure marketing career, and a future that looked perfect from every angle. Now I'm federal inmate number 84,729-054, and every single thing I've ever posted online is being used as evidence against me in federal court. Let's go back to the beginning. To the moment I made the choice that started all of this. March 15th, 4 years ago. A Tuesday. David and I had been married for 5 years. We met in college. He was studying engineering. I was in marketing. We were that couple everyone envied. The ones who finished each other's sentences. Who never fought in public. Who posted anniversary photos that got hundreds of likes. The marriage was good. Better than good. David made $120,000 a year as a project manager. I made $75,000, later $95,000 as I climbed the corporate ladder. We bought a house in a nice suburb. Took vacations twice a year. Had date nights every Friday at the same Italian restaurant. The kind of stable, comfortable, enviable life people spend decades trying to build. But somewhere around year 7, I started feeling something I couldn't name at first. Restlessness. Boredom. A creeping sense that this couldn't be all there was. David was predictable. Not in a bad way. In a safe way. He came home at 5:47 p.m. every single day. Traffic permitting, exactly 5:47. He'd kiss me hello. Ask about my day. Change into gym clothes. Go for his 6-mile run. Come back. Shower. Make dinner or order takeout depending on what day of the week it was. We'd watch TV together. He'd fall asleep during whatever show I picked. We'd go to bed. Have sex on Saturdays. Missionary position. 12 to 15 minutes. He'd hold me after. Tell me he loved me. We'd fall asleep. Sunday, brunch at the same cafe. Avocado toast for me. Eggs Benedict for him. Monday, grocery shopping. Same store. Same route through the aisles. Same brands. Tuesday, his work happy hour with the engineering team. Wednesday, my yoga class while he had poker night with college friends. Thursday, meal prep for the week. Friday, date night. Same restaurant. Same booth. Same server who knew our order. It was suffocating. Not in a way I could complain about to people. David wasn't mean or neglectful or abusive. He was just there. Consistently. Reliably. Predictably. Boringly. I started spending more time on TikTok. Hours every day. Scrolling through my feed watching these couples who seemed so passionate. So spontaneous. So alive. Dancing in their kitchens at 2 a.m. Taking random road trips. Having dramatic fights and passionate makeups. Posting about their big, messy, romantic lives. Meanwhile, David was sitting next to me on our couch asking me to confirm our 6:30 p.m. reservation for Friday. The same reservation we'd had every week for 5 years. I felt like I was dying inside. Like I was 28 going on 70. Like I'd already lived my whole life and nothing exciting would ever happen again. My work friends noticed. We'd go out for happy hours and I'd complain. David's so predictable. I feel like I'm suffocating. Is this really all there is for the next 50 years? I love him but I'm not in love with him anymore. They'd laugh and encourage me. My friend Jessica was particularly vocal. Girl, you need some excitement in your life. You're too young to feel this old. You deserve passion, not just comfort. Life's too short to be bored. Jessica had cheated on her husband the year before. Left him for a coworker. Posted about it constantly. Best decision I ever made. I'm finally alive again. I started following more accounts like that. Women who'd left stable relationships for exciting ones. Who posted about choosing themselves and refusing to settle and deserving to feel alive. The algorithm fed me more. More stories of women leaving good men for exciting ones. More content about how boring stability was. More videos telling me I deserved better. I started believing it. Then Cole moved back to town. David's younger brother. I'd met him a handful of times over the years. Holidays. Family gatherings. He'd always been the black sheep. The wild one. Dropped out of college. Moved around. Worked random jobs. Dated a lot of women. The opposite of David in every single way. He was 29 when he came back. 4 years younger than David, 8 years younger than me. Covered in tattoos. Full sleeves on both arms. Dragons. Skulls. Quotes in languages I couldn't read. He rode a motorcycle. Worked as a bartender. Did some freelance photography. Had this edge. This danger. This unpredictable energy that made the air feel electric when he walked into a room. David offered him our guest room. Just until he gets back on his feet. 3 months tops. He's family. We help family. Family. That word would come back to haunt me. Cole moved in on a Tuesday. The first week was fine. He kept to himself mostly. But then he started changing our dynamic. He'd sleep until noon. Wake up blasting music. Cook elaborate breakfasts at 2 p.m. Bring women home. Have loud sex in the guest room. Smoke on our back porch. Challenge everything David said about politics and work and life. David found it annoying. I found it intoxicating. 2 weeks in, I was alone in the kitchen late at night. David had gone to bed early for a work meeting the next morning. Cole came in. Opened a beer. Leaned against the counter watching me load the dishwasher. You know you're wasted on him, right? I turned around. Excuse me? My brother. He's a good guy. Stable. Reliable. Boring as hell. And you're not. I can see it. You're dying in this perfect little life. You're too alive for this routine. My heart was pounding. That's not true. It is. He moved closer. Close enough that I could smell his cologne. Something dark and woody and completely unlike David's clean, safe scent. You deserve someone who makes you feel alive. Not comfortable. Not safe. Alive. David loves me. David loves you like a comfortable couch. Familiar. Dependable. But not exciting. Not passionate. Not the way you deserve to be loved. He was reading my mind. Or maybe I wanted him to be reading my mind. Or maybe I'd been waiting for someone to say these words out loud so I could justify what I was about to do. He kissed me. Pulled me in hard and desperate and alive. I should have pushed him away. Should have screamed. Should have woken up David. Should have kicked Cole out. Should have done anything except what I actually did. I kissed him back. Hard. Desperate. Like I was drowning and he was air. When we pulled apart, we were both breathing hard. Both knowing we'd crossed a line we could never uncross. This can't happen again, I said. My voice shook. It will. Cole smiled. You know it will. He was right. That's the moment. That's when I chose destruction over everything I'd built. When I chose excitement over love. When I chose validation over commitment. When I chose to become the villain in my own story. The affair started small. Stolen moments. A kiss in the laundry room while David showered. Touching under the table at family dinners. Quick encounters when David was on the phone or working from home. The thrill of almost getting caught was addictive. It made me feel 22 again. Made me feel seen. Made me feel desired in a way I hadn't felt in years. David loved me, but it was comfortable love. Predictable love. Cole wanted me with an urgency that made my pulse race. Then it escalated. Secret meetups when David was at work. Full afternoons in cheap motels. I'd tell David the first was at yoga or shopping or meeting friends. He never questioned it. Never doubted me. Never suspected that his wife was destroying him. Cole would text, he just left for his run. Guest room. Now. I'd go. We'd have sex. Fast. Rough. Nothing like the routine Saturday nights with David. This was raw and urgent and forbidden. Afterward, Cole would say things like you're incredible and he has no idea what he has and you deserve to feel like this every day. I believed him. God, I wanted to believe him. 3 months in, Cole moved out like David had planned. But we didn't stop. We got more creative. More reckless. Burner phones. Secret email accounts. Code words. I'd tell David the first was working late. Cole would pick me up 3 blocks from my office. We'd go to a motel. Order takeout. Watch TV. Pretend we were a real couple. Imagine doing this every day, Cole would say. No hiding. No sneaking. Just us. Someday, I'd promise. But I had no real plans to leave David. I liked my life. My house. My stability. I just wanted the excitement too. Wanted everything. Wanted it all. That's when I made the decision that would eventually land me in federal prison. I started documenting it on TikTok. I created a secret account. Living my truth _anonymous. No photos of my face. No real names. Just anonymous content about having an affair. My first video was simple. POV style. Text overlay, when your husband's brother makes you feel alive in ways your husband never could. Background music, something sad and atmospheric. The video showed Cole's tattooed hand reaching for mine. Our fingers interlacing. My kitchen counter visible in the blurred background. I posted it at midnight. Woke up to 47,000 views. The comments exploded. Sis, this is dangerous but also. I get it when forbidden love hits different your husband's brother? I need more of this story, this is the content we didn't know we needed. I was hooked immediately. I made another video. POV, you're in love with someone you can't have. Showed Cole cooking in my kitchen while David was away on a business trip. His tattooed arms moving confidently. My favorite mug in the frame. 120,000 views overnight. I kept posting. When the wrong person feels right. Sometimes the backup plan becomes the main plan. Choosing yourself over what's expected. Each video went more viral than the last. Within 3 months, I had 75,000 followers. Within 6 months, 200,000. By the end of the first year, over 500,000 people were following my anonymous affair account. The validation was intoxicating. Every video got hundreds of thousands of views. Thousands of comments. Most were supportive. You're so brave for living your truth. Don't let anyone tell you this is wrong. Life's too short to stay with the wrong person. I'm rooting for you too. He obviously doesn't appreciate you. Do what makes you happy. Some were critical. This is disgusting. You're destroying your husband. Cheaters always lose. I blocked those people. Told myself they were just jealous. Just bitter. Just stuck in boring marriages like I'd been. I wasn't listening. I was addicted to the attention. To the validation. To thousands of strangers telling me I was right to pursue what made me happy. I started posting more details. Videos of gifts Cole gave me, faces cropped out. Screenshots of our texts, names blocked. Photos of hotel rooms we stayed in. Content about our secret dates and stolen moments. One video showed Cole's motorcycle in my driveway. Another showed him sleeping in my bed while David was on a business trip. Another was us in my car, his hand on my thigh, both of us laughing at something. I was posting my entire affair. Making David's humiliation into content. Turning my marriage into a character I was playing. Making my betrayal into entertainment for strangers. And it felt amazing. The comments. The likes. The shares. People making stitches and duets with my content. Brands reaching out for sponsorships. Would you like to promote our jewelry? We'd love to work with you. I was making $2,000 a month from an account about cheating on my husband. I told myself I was helping people. Helping women in dead marriages see they had options. That they deserved passion. That life was too short to settle. I was helping no one. I was just feeding my own ego while destroying the man who loved me. Cole and I had been together for 2 years when things started getting complicated. We were tired of hiding. Tired of sneaking around. We wanted to be together openly. But there were problems. Divorce meant splitting assets. David would get half the house. Half the savings. It would be messy and expensive and everyone would know I'd left him for his brother. Just tell him, Cole would say. Rip off the band-aid. We'll deal with the fallout. But I didn't want to deal with fallout. I wanted everything. The house. The money. The freedom. Cole. All of it. That's when everything changed. We'd been together for 3.5 years when David's mother found out. Linda. I'd always been close with her. Weekly lunches. Shopping trips. She called me her favorite daughter-in-law even though I was her only one. She treated me like the daughter she'd never had. It was a family barbecue in July. David was grilling. Cole was there with some girl he was pretending to date for cover. Everyone playing happy family. Linda pulled me aside. Amanda, can we talk? Inside. Private. My stomach dropped. We went to her bedroom. She closed the door. Pulled out her phone. My sister's granddaughter sent me something last week. She's 22. Very into TikTok. She sent me this account. Said, doesn't this look like Cole's tattoos? She opened the app. My app. My account. My videos. I couldn't breathe. I spent 3 hours going through your entire account. 600 videos. 4 years of content. And you know what I found? I was going to be sick. I found you, Amanda. Your voice is very distinctive, even when you're trying to disguise it. I recognize David's college hoodie in one video. Your kitchen in at least a dozen. Cole's motorcycle. His tattoos. Your car. Your laugh. Everything. Tears were streaming down my face. Linda, I'm so sorry. I never meant. Are you going to tell David? The question hung in the air. That depends, she said calmly. On what? She sat on the bed. Patted the space next to her. I sat. Amanda, I'm going to be brutally honest. David is my son and I love him. But he's also boring as hell. Has been since he was a kid. Everything by the book. Everything scheduled. Everything safe and predictable. He's a good man. But he's not an exciting man. I didn't know where this was going. Cole, on the other hand, has always been the passionate one. The alive one. The one who feels things deeply. I've watched you with both my sons for 9 years. You're not happy with David. Haven't been for years. I can see it. Linda. Let me finish. I'm not going to tell David about the affair. Relief flooded through me. But only on one condition. What? That you're smart enough to recognize an opportunity when it's staring you in the face. I don't understand. She pulled up something else on her phone. Documents. Official looking. David's life insurance policy. David took this out when you bought the house. $850,000. You're the primary beneficiary. I'm the secondary. In case something happens to both of you. My mouth went dry. Why are you showing me this? Because that's a lot of money for a widow, Amanda. Enough to start over completely. Anywhere you want. With anyone you want. The word widow echoed in my head. Linda, what are you suggesting? She looked at me. Really looked at me. And I saw something in her eyes that should have terrified me. Should have sent me running. Should have made me confess everything to David right then. But I didn't run. Because I was already too far gone. Already too deep. Already so addicted to the idea of having everything that I was willing to consider anything. I'm suggesting that sometimes life deals unfortunate hands, Linda said slowly. And sometimes accidents happen. Especially to people who hike alone in dangerous areas. My heart stopped. Are you saying? I'm saying that divorce is messy and expensive. You'd lose the house you love. Half of everything. David would turn everyone against you. Make you the villain publicly. It would destroy your reputation. Your career. Everything. But if I'm a widow? You keep everything. Plus $850,000 in insurance money. Plus sympathy instead of judgment. Plus freedom to be with Cole openly. Nobody questions a widow who finds love again. You want me to kill your son? I'm saying accidents happen. People fall on hiking trails. Hit their heads. Animals attack. These things happen every year. Tragic. But natural. This is insane. Is it? You've been cheating for almost 4 years. You post about it online. You clearly don't love him anymore. You want to be with Cole. This solves every problem. Clean. Simple. Final. I can't. You can. I know people. From my ex-husband's construction days. People who can make things look natural. For the right price. How much? I can't believe that's what I asked. Not no. Not this is murder. Not I'm leaving. Just, how much? 50,000. Cash. Untraceable. They follow him on a hike. Make it look like he slipped. You get $800,000 after expenses. Plus the house. Plus all the assets. You and Cole disappear somewhere. Start over. Live the life you've been posting about. My brain was screaming. This is murder. This is evil. This is crossing a line you can never uncross. But my mouth said, I need to think about it. Don't think too long. I'm giving you 1 week. Then I tell David everything. Show him the TikTok account. Every video. Every post. Every lie. Your choice. Murder or exposure. She was blackmailing me into murdering her own son. I should have gone to the police that night. Should have told David. Should have confessed everything and begged for mercy. Instead, I called Cole. Told him everything. His response? Would it work? And that's when I knew we were both broken. Because neither of us said that's insane. Neither of us said we can't. Neither of us said this is murder. We just started planning how to get away with it. The planning took 6 months. 6 months of secret meetings with Linda's contact. A man named Rick who'd done work for construction companies and mob associates. Making problems disappear. Making accidents look natural. Making people vanish. Hiking trail is easy, Rick said at our first meeting in a dingy motel room off the highway. I follow at a distance. Wait for a scenic overlook with no witnesses. 1 push. Head meets rock. Looks like he slipped. Search and rescue finds him hours later. Tragic accident. Happens all the time. How much do you need? Linda asked. 50,000. 25 now. 25 after it's done and the death certificate is filed. We paid him $25,000 in cash that night. Money Linda had been skimming from her divorce settlement for years. We'd pay the rest once David was dead and I collected the insurance money. During those 6 months, I got worse with everything. Sloppier. More reckless. More confident that I'd never get caught. I came home later. With hickeys I blamed on my hair straightener. With Cole's cologne on my clothes I claimed was a new perfume. With my hair messy in ways David never made it messy. David never questioned any of it. Just hugged me and asked about my day and told me he loved me. God, I wish he'd questioned it. I wish he'd looked through my phone. Followed me. Done anything that would have forced this to end before it got to murder. But he didn't. Because he trusted me. Because he loved me. Because he thought we had the kind of marriage where suspicion wasn't necessary. The TikTok posting got worse too. I was getting bold. Posting from inside my house with identifiable details. My kitchen counter. My neighborhood street. Cole's full arm tattoos without blurring. One video showed Rick's hands, different tattoos from Cole's, counting cash with a caption "When your crew supports your choices." I'd posted evidence of conspiracy to commit murder and called it friendship. Another video showed me and Cole in my car outside a hiking supply store with the caption "Planning future adventures." We were literally planning David's murder route and I was posting about it. The comments kept encouraging me. Can't wait for you to finally be free. Your husband sounds awful, you deserve better. Living for these updates. When's the big announcement that you're leaving him? They thought they were watching a love story. They were watching me document a murder plot. My follower count hit 600,000. Then 750,000. Then finally 847,000. I was TikTok famous for having an affair and planning a murder, and nobody knew about the murder part yet. Brand deals kept coming. Want to promote our relationship app? Interested in a jewelry collaboration? I was making $3,000 a month from content about destroying my husband. We set the date for August 12th. David's favorite trail? Cascade Ridge. He hiked it twice a month. It wouldn't be suspicious. He'd mentioned the night before that he wanted to go. The week leading up, I posted more TikToks. Big changes coming soon. Finally going to be free. Sometimes you have to bet on yourself. The next chapter is going to be amazing. 73,000 likes. 4,200 comments. All supportive. All excited for me. None knowing what free actually meant. August 11th. The night before. David was in our bedroom packing his hiking gear. You sure you don't want to come? He asked. Weather's supposed to be perfect. Can't. Presentation at work. The lie came so easily now. He came over. Kissed me. I love you so much, Amanda. I know I'm not the most exciting guy. But I love you more than anything. I love you too. The words were ash in my mouth. That night, I texted Cole, tomorrow. Everything changes. I texted Linda, everyone in position? I texted Rick, target leaves at 7 a.m. Trail should be empty until 9. Make it quick and clean. Then I posted one final TikTok before bed. A video of me smiling with the caption "Sometimes you have to make hard choices to find real happiness. Tomorrow starts my new life." I fell asleep next to my husband knowing he was supposed to die in the morning. August 12th. 6:47 a.m. I woke up to David already planning his route on his phone. Morning, beautiful. He smiled at me. That same warm smile he'd given me for 9 years. Morning. I watched him get dressed. Watched him pack his gear with his usual precision. Water bottle. First aid kit. Protein bars. Phone charger. Everything organized. He went downstairs. Made coffee. Made my coffee too, exactly how I liked it. 3 creams. 2 sugars. 140 degrees. You're amazing, I said. Meaning it and hating myself for meaning it. Just taking care of my girl. He kissed my forehead. We stood in the kitchen. Him in his hiking gear. Me in my pajamas. This man who'd given me everything about to walk out the door to his death. Have fun, I said. Always do. Love you. Love you. He walked out. Got in his Subaru. Waved at me through the window. Backed out of the driveway. I watched until he turned the corner and disappeared. Then I texted Cole, he's gone. It's happening. Then I got dressed. Put on work clothes. Drove to my office. Attended a meeting at 9 a.m. Responded to emails. Acted completely normal. Waiting for the call that would make me a widow and a millionaire. The call came at 11:23 a.m. But it wasn't from Linda or Cole or Rick. Mrs. Bennett? This is FBI Special Agent Rodriguez. We need you to come to the federal building. Immediately. Don't call anyone. Don't talk to anyone. Just come in. My hands started shaking so violently I couldn't hold my phone properly. What is this about? Your husband's life insurance policy. Your TikTok account. And a conspiracy to commit murder for hire. We'll explain when you arrive. You have 45 minutes. He hung up. The office walls closed in. I couldn't breathe. People were staring. I grabbed my purse. Ran to my car. Drove to the federal building in a daze. They were waiting for me. 2 agents. Led me to an interrogation room. Sat me down at a metal table. Handcuffed me to it. That's when Agent Rodriguez told me David was alive. That David's coworker had seen my TikTok account 4 months ago. Recognized details. Showed David. That David had spent a weekend watching 4 years of videos. Seeing his own life mocked. His kitchen. His home. His brother. His wife's betrayal turned into entertainment. That David had come to them 2 months ago. Told them everything. Worked with them to catch us. They showed me surveillance photos. Me meeting Rick at motels. Linda handing over cash. Cole and me together everywhere. All of us being watched. Recorded. Documented. We have recordings of every conversation, Agent Rodriguez said. Every text on those burner phones. Every payment. Every detail of your plan. Your TikTok account provided the timeline and proof of ongoing intent. You literally documented your conspiracy to commit murder and posted it for 847,000 people to see. I want a lawyer. Smart choice. Because you're under arrest for conspiracy to commit murder for hire, insurance fraud, wire fraud, and attempted murder. Your boyfriend and your mother-in-law are being arrested right now. We intercepted your contact at the trailhead this morning. Your husband is safe. And he's testifying against all of you. They read me my Miranda rights. Walked me out in handcuffs. Put me in a federal car. In the parking garage, I saw Cole being put into another car. Handcuffed. Looking shocked. Linda in another car. Crying. Mascara running. And David. Standing with agents. Wearing a wire. Very much alive. He looked at me. Just once. And I saw everything I destroyed looking back at me. Not anger. Not hatred. Just complete emptiness. Like he was looking at a stranger. David, I tried to say. I'm so. Don't, an agent said. Don't talk to him. You had 4 years to talk to him. You chose to plot his murder instead. That was 4 months ago. The trial was fast. The evidence was overwhelming. My TikTok account was played in court. Video after video. My voice. My laugh. Me talking about how boring David was. How I deserved better. How excited I was for my new life. The text messages were read aloud. He just left. It's happening. Everyone in position? Make it quick and clean. The surveillance footage showed everything. Every meeting. Every payment. Every moment of our conspiracy. David testified. I had to sit there in my orange jumpsuit and watch him tell the courtroom how he felt. I spent a weekend watching 4 years of videos, he said. His voice steady. Calm. Destroying. My wife posted 600 videos about our marriage. About how boring I was. How she deserved better. How she couldn't wait to be free. She made me into a joke for strangers. Then she planned to murder me for money. When did you realize she was serious? The prosecutor asked. When my mother came to me about the insurance policy. Asked if I ever thought about how much money Amanda would have if something happened to me. That's when I knew. My own mother and wife were planning my death. He never looked at me. Not once during his testimony. My lawyer tried. She was coerced. Manipulated. Not in her right mind. But then they played more videos. Me laughing. Me posting about brand deals. Me making money from content about betraying my husband. Me saying I've never been happier and this is what choosing yourself looks like. The jury convicted me in 45 minutes. Cole got 8 years. Testified against Linda. Claimed she masterminded everything. The messages proved that was a lie. Proved I'd brought it up first. But he still got a lighter sentence. Linda got 12 years. Her lawyer claimed she was protecting her sons. The recordings destroyed that defense. I got 15 years. The judge added aggravating factors. Mrs. Bennett, you documented your own moral collapse for attention. You made your husband's potential murder into content. You valued validation from strangers over human life. You posted 600 videos over 4 years showing premeditation, intent, and complete lack of remorse. 15 years is generous. The divorce was finalized in 3 weeks. Fastest in county history. David got everything. The house. The cars. The savings. Everything. I got nothing but a prison sentence and a viral TikTok account as evidence. Now I'm here. Federal holding facility. 3 weeks until final sentencing. Writing this because I need people to understand. The TikTok videos are still up. Can't delete them from prison. They've been downloaded millions of times. True crime YouTubers make videos about me. The TikTok murder plotter. How social media led to attempted murder. The woman who posted her way to prison. My real name is everywhere. My face. My entire life exposed. David moved on. Has a girlfriend. Jennifer. Physical therapist? They're serious. Talking about marriage. He'll be happy. With someone who deserves him. Who doesn't need validation from strangers? Who doesn't plot his murder for TikTok clout? My family disowned me. Friends ghosted me. Career destroyed. Life over. I'm 33. I'll be 48 when released. No husband. No family. No career. No future. Just a viral TikTok account. A federal record. And 15 years to think about how I posted myself into prison. I had everything. A man who loved me faithfully. A beautiful life. A future. I threw it away for validation from strangers who never knew me, an affair with a man who never loved me, and money I'll never see. I documented my own destruction and called it living my truth. I plotted murder and called it choosing myself. The FBI watched every video. David worked with them for 2 months while I posted about finally being free. By the time I realized what I'd done, I wasn't just losing my marriage. I was losing my freedom. You can't unpost what you've shared. You can't unkill who you used to be. And validation from 847,000 strangers will never, ever be worth more than love from the one person who actually knew you. Learn from me. I'm not the victim here. I'm the warning.